All right, I'd like to welcome you all again to our Saturday morning breakfast call, November 18th, 2017. My name is Joel Brett, and I'm here with my beautiful wife and business partner, Kristen. And, hey, I'm excited to get going with you guys today. I'm excited for the business to continue growing. For those of you that have just found our system recently and absolutely loving it, excited for you guys. So I just want to first start by congratulating all those that are earning a check, getting matching postcards, building their business, having success. So congratulations to Stan and David and Zana and Greg and Twanzel. Congratulations to Justine, Kent, Dale, Jim, Herschel, Donald, Charles, Ja, Sam, Robert, Leonard, Jack. Congratulations to Greg and Robert and William, Jay. Congratulations to Segundo and Robert, Marianne, Jerry, Keith, Willie, Fred, Herb, Ted, Chip. Congratulations to Vandell, James, Mark, Roy, Veronica, Sandra, Greg, Timothy, Eugene. Congratulations to Richard and Faith and Jenny, Christopher, Clyde, Kim, Bob, Thomas, Michael, Juan, Pam. Congratulations to Howard and Moses, Alonzo, Pat, Stephen, Mary, Nail. Congratulations to Jeanette, Mikkel, Mike, Ronald, Nick, Sharon, Dion, Samuel, Mark, Ismail, Wayne. Congratulations to Donald and Greg and Kyle, Wolf, Richard, Alan. Congratulations to Ed and Scott and Travis, Bill, James, Tammy, Middleton, Harold. Congratulations to Christy and Cynthia, RC, Yasin, Will, George, Nina, Stu, Raymond, Vincent, Corey. Congratulations to Rosalind and Aaron and Dominique, Deborah, Stephanie, Jacola, Liz, Angelique, Danny. Congratulations to Mel and Latoya, Kimberly, Ashley, Rakisha, Francesca, Kathleen, Lacey, and Michelle. And these are all just in the last 7 days, folks. If you add up everybody over the last 7 months or 12 months, we could probably spend a whole hour going through everybody. So congratulations to those that are making an impact in their business, growing their business, earning a check, and even to those that are just getting started and starting to enroll free members and build their downline and build their team. You're obviously on the right track. And it just takes some time and some effort and energy to be able to build your business. So congratulations to all of you. A couple of updates. The Money Tree Millionaires ads are going to full price. If you check in your back office, I'm not sure if it is full price yet, but either last night at midnight or today or tomorrow sometime, we basically just told our programmer to set the price back to the regular price. So you might be able to still sneak in now, today. I haven't personally looked, but the price will be going up to the regular price of $5.99 for the year. If you want to get the $2.99, you might be able to still sneak in now, today or tomorrow. So just check in your back office if you forgot to set up your ad or you wanted to and you just kind of put it off. You might still be able to get the better price. So the other thing I want to do is I want to just welcome a new brand partner that came on recently, Dr. Greg Amos. Greg has been with us for, almost since the beginning of Postcard Networker, and he has a substantial team, and he's growing and continuing to grow, and has decided to make the leap to become a brand partner, and for good reason. I mean, he definitely wants to build his business and continue growing and make an impact. By the way, for those of you that are wondering, you do not have to have a PhD to become a brand partner. I know we've got a couple of gentlemen, Dr. Dick and Dr. Greg, that have doctor in front of their name. Of course, I don't. Many of our other members don't as well. But anyway, I think it's pretty cool. So congratulations to Greg. You will be hearing from him more. Also, if you're part of the OMA program, you've probably already seen he's put out his first video that you can use to be able to build your business. You can find it on YouTube and start watching Greg as well as we publish more and more of his material. He's also writing a book, so we'll have that out soon, and we're going to put a whole postcard system together with with Greg. So very exciting. Very exciting. I'm excited for Greg and his family. His lovely wife, we met them in Philadelphia for our live event last year. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of give Greg a shout out this morning. And I wanted to talk to everybody today. I mean, we're not going to have a huge long call. I've got a bit of a shorter, well, let me say, depending, I guess, on if I get on a roll or not, we might have a normal call, but I really don't have a lot of different topics. I've got one big thing I want to hit on today, and I really just want to talk about personal branding and how it affects you, and I want to kind of differentiate and just talk to you a little bit about the leader or the top earner, whatever you want to call them, versus everyone else. Okay, now, really, in this industry, there kind of isn't much of a middle of the road. All right, almost like, you know, if you kind of look at the way society's going with the upper class, middle class, lower class, right? And I don't want to say lower class in terms of not as much class, but lower income maybe. People that, you know, are struggling, people that don't make as much. They talk about the middle class disappearing, right? They talk about the middle class being squeezed out, and soon, if not already, people are already struggling kind of in that lower income bracket, or they're getting very, very wealthy and becoming part of kind of the upper class millionaires, billionaires kind of club. And I look at the network marketing industry and our industry, I think we've almost always been there with the fact that either you're positioning and branding yourself as a leader, you're putting yourself out there, you're growing your team, you're being recognized, and you're cashing the checks to prove it, or you're kind of part of everyone else who's struggling, who's learning, who's growing, who's trying to get there. You know, Robert Kiyosaki puts it like, you know, you're trying to get out of the rat race. You're trying to, you know, become wealthy. You're trying to stop trading time for money, right? It is essentially what he says, and it's the exact same thing again in network marketing. I mean, we need leverage. I mean, I've talked about leverage a lot for those of you guys that have been with us for you know, the last couple of years, and for those of you that have known me for the last 10 or 15 years of my career, it really does come down to your positioning and the amount of leverage that you have, right? The size of your team. It really doesn't matter in network marketing. See, network marketing doesn't care how hard you work. It really doesn't. You can work 10 hours a day at network marketing, but if you're no good at it and you have nobody else helping you, you're not going to be profitable. Okay? You can make a few dollars here and there, but network marketing really isn't a sales job. It's not a position where you can effectively grow, you know, your income by yourself just by working more hours or working harder or trying to get better at this, you know, this trade. It really is about building your team, helping others, helping them grow. And one of the things that I like to do and that I've done and that I'm currently doing is not only am I personally branding myself and positioning myself as a leader, right, in our system, on the postcards, on the training calls, okay? And by the way, there's nothing stopping anybody from doing their own training call. There absolutely is no barrier to entry for you to actually hold your own and start your own training call. The system we use, guess what? It's free, right? And there's paid ones out there. Part of the reason why I use the free one is because it's free, but also to show you guys that you can do it for free. Now, I could go buy the one that's $100 a month or $200 a month, and have a slick, awesome, super high-tech system for doing webinars and doing our calls, but it's not as duplicatable. Like, it can scare people off. And so we just use freeconferencecall.com. And the reason why I do it, like I said, is to also encourage you to say, listen, you can just go get a freeconferencecall.com account. You can start doing training calls or discussions or meetings or whatever you want with your team. You can announce a time and a date. You can pick a weekly date, or you can pick a one time once a month just to meet with your team and just announce it to them and let them all know, hey, I'm going to be on such and such a number at such and such a time, and you're all invited to come speak with me and talk to me and work with me. And, you don't have to have much to say other than just being encouraging. You don't have to get up and talk for 45 minutes or an hour or half an hour or even 15 minutes. You just have to make yourself available, and you just have to try, and you just have to position yourself in the right spot, right? And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. If it seems like I can talk for hours and hours and hours and hours on a topic, or on 2 topics or 3 topics or 5 or whatever, it's because I can, right? One of the things is I definitely enjoy talking, but more importantly, I've been doing this for 15 years. Okay? I've been doing training calls since 2003, 14 years, I guess. So think about that, 14 years. And a lot of times, actually, during one of our first systems back in 2004, 2005, we were doing training calls every day. Every single day, either myself or one of 2 or 3 other business partners would get on and do a training call. Every day, 365 days a year. I think, actually, that's not true. We probably took off Christmas, maybe New Year's, some of the holidays. But every other day, 5, 6, 7 days a week, we were doing training calls. So we got good at it. We figured out, what to say. And I'm not shy, right? Most of doing your own training call, most of putting yourself out there, having your own postcard, having your own website, having your own system, it's not an expense thing. It's not a function of cost. It's a function of just, stepping out of the box and not being afraid to do it. It's getting rid of that fear that, maybe people won't like me, maybe people will reject me, maybe people make fun of me, right? It's kind of like we're back in high school again. Are people going to make fun of me if I put my name and picture and my story on a postcard? Here's the reality. People are going to respect you. People are going to want to be like you. People are going to be jealous. Most of the time, the people that attack you and the people that attack me and the people that attack all the other leaders, they're just jealous. They want what we have. They want what you have. So the moment you put your name out there, you're going to get 2 reactions. It's been the same for me for the last 14 years. It was the same in our presidential elections. It's the same every 4 years in our elections. It's the same in Hollywood. It's the same in sports. Okay? And sometimes you get more, the more polarizing you are, the more intense the reactions are. So if you put yourself out there in a home-based business and you're not necessarily taking a hard stand for or against anything, and you're just being encouraging, you're not going to get a huge amount of people putting you down or attacking you. And that's a good way to start. You just want to start your career as a very happy, motivated, encouraging individual. Okay? As you go along, you may develop some opinions and you may share them. and they may be more polarizing, right? And people will either jump on board or they'll try to cut you down. It's part of life. I mean, it's part of business. It's part of what we do. And the best way to combat that feeling of fear, or the best way to combat that feeling, what I found is I don't let it bother me. I mean, I want you to think about this. If anybody in our team today, okay, in Postcard Networker, decided to quit, okay, one individual, I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking about one individual. If one person decided that they really didn't like me, okay, me personally, they don't like what I say, how I say it, they didn't like the training, they didn't like the offer, or whatever, and they quit, is that really going to affect where I'm going in my life, in my business, with my goals for me and my family? That's the perspective I put it in every single time. Is one other individual going to affect where I'm looking to go? I'm not ever going to let 1 or 2 or 10 or 100 people ever choose my path, ever choose whether or not I'm going to accomplish my goals. And I think if you take that idea and you kind of plant that seed with yourself, that it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing, this is what I'm doing. You know, it doesn't matter if they don't like it. It doesn't matter if their opinion is different than mine. It doesn't matter if they choose to quit, because I'm not going to choose to quit. I'm going to choose to go all the way, and I'm going to choose to do it until I get to a situation where I'm a full-time network marketer. I'm a full-time internet postcard marketer. You see, where you are in your life and where you're going and what your goals are and your dreams and your hopes are significantly different than the quitters, than the people who are cutting you down, the people who are trying to drag you down with them, the people who are telling you lies. Significantly different. And the only people who will become leaders and top earners and go full-time in network marketing are the people who separate themselves from everybody else. See, the majority of people like to complain. The majority of people like to be negative. The majority of people say it's not going to work. The majority of people quit before they get started. That's the majority. That's the 90%. That's the 80%. That's the 95% of everybody else. Now, the interesting thing is they don't quit the industry. They just quit individual businesses, and they go try another one, and they quit that. They go try another one, they quit that. They go try another one, they quit that. Right? That doesn't work. Never will. It absolutely never will. They're just looking for a lottery ticket. And I've known people who, you know, have made some money with that strategy, but very short term. I mean, that's very short term thinking, because they're not building a team, they're not building a foundation, they're not building relationships with people, right? And then what happens is when that company goes down, or you know, they stop making so much money in that company, they jump again, and then they can't do it again because they just got lucky to build that business. I mean, you can jump around and try to get lucky, or you can build a solid foundation in one company, in one business, and just grow it and grow it and grow it. One of the interesting things too is that I talked to one of our leaders the other day. His name is Roy. He's been with us for some time, and I was saying, you know, it's funny, Roy, your business, like I look at Roy's business and I say, your business is phenomenal. I mean, you brought in a couple of really good people very early on in your business, and you're blessed and you're lucky because of that. And he said, Joel, I do feel truly blessed with this business because, I managed for whatever reason to get some really good people in my business. And because of it, every single week I get a check without fail, every single week. And it grows and it grows and it grows. And I feel comfortable and confident, Joel, that it's never going to go away because these people are so committed to the business. And I said, you're very fortunate because a lot of people sometimes will build the business for 6 months and never find leaders like that in their business. A lot of people will build the business for 12 months and they'll get discouraged and frustrated that, I'm not making as much money as Roy is, or I'm not making money like Greg, or I'm not making money like Ja or Sam. I'm not getting the big checks yet. Well, some of these guys have been building the business for a year and a half. Some of them have developed leaders. Some of them have found some really good people. Some of them got lucky, right? Some of them just promoted way more than anybody else. And it's funny because when I was talking to Roy, I said, Roy, your business it looks a lot different than a lot of other people's for the, for the income that you're getting and for how solid it is, and it truly just is a function of, time, energy, finding the right people, right? You might not have, quote unquote, the right people in your business yet. But if you stick in one place and you build your business and you build your team and you build your downline and you build your network marketing company, it's only going to go in one direction. It's only going to continue to grow and build and go up. The moment you quit and go somewhere else, you got to start over. You're back to zero. You're almost in a negative because you have no leverage, right? Zero. I kind of laugh. There's some people in our Postcard Networker business that if they would have just stuck around, they'd be getting checks for $400 or $500 a month. They decided to quit and leave. It's like, it's almost frustrating in a way because I know what's going to happen in all of their businesses. I can see it. I mean, I know how direct mail works. I know how the systems that I build work. I know that, it's taken us some time to add different products and services and opportunities and things like that. I know that. And when we first launched Postcard Networker, I told everybody, listen, this is what's going to happen. We have to build a foundation and a base of people. As we grow, we're going to add more products. We're going to add more offers. We're going to add more training. We're going to add some residual things. We're going to add some recurring income. We're going to add extra mailings that go out. We're going to add things like the stamp program where you're going to get free stamps. So we're going to continue to work on reducing your costs and increasing your income. It's not an overnight thing for me either. Some people think, oh, well, Joel, you own Postcard Networker. You're at the top. No wonder you're making so much money. No wonder you're so happy. No wonder you're so excited. No, I got to work at it too. The only difference is I'm creating the opportunity for everybody. A lot of responsibility. I'm creating the systems. I'm creating the things that work. I'm creating the offers. I'm creating the opportunities. I'm creating, the content, the training, the funnel, right? I'm creating all of that so that it works better. And I will never stop, making things better, improving, tweaking, adding. I never will. My personality won't allow me to just build a website and promote it forever the way it is. I just can't do it. I need to try to make it a little better, little better, little better. Okay? Small little improvements in your business, small little improvements in my business, small little improvements in everybody's business makes you more money. Here's a big improvement in your business that you can make today. You can start working towards positioning yourself the same way that I position myself. I want you to think about this. Everything that I do as a leader, everything that I do as a business owner, everything that I do with Postcard Networker, short of building your own system, because technically it's not, obviously we have a full-time programmer, and it's taken probably a year to develop what we have full-time, so it's very expensive. But short of building your own system out, can you do a lot of the things that I do in your business to position yourself as a leader? Right? Can you build your own postcard? Can you write your own book? Can you do your own training call? Can you record an audio? Can you go do an interview with 5 top leaders in your network marketing company and publish it on a CD? You don't even need to know the content. You don't even need to be the leader yet. Just go interview some successful people. Put your name on it, right? And say, listen, I did these 5 interviews with these 5 top leaders, and here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to become a top leader in XYZ company. Get my audio now, or send that audio to all of your new prospects that come in a Postcard Networker to position success in your business before you even pitch it to them. Just email them, ask them for their address. You can mail them one, right? I mean, audio CDs don't cost a lot to print. They don't cost a huge amount to get out there. It takes time. It takes energy, right, to put the material together, to organize it, to do it. But it doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot of money to run a free conference call every week. It takes 0. It takes time and energy. Right? And it takes the belief that you just have to start getting out there. When we first launched Postcard Networker, I think we had 2 or 3 people on the Saturday morning breakfast call, the first one. Maybe 2 or 3. I think including me. All right? I need to think about that. And now we regularly will have 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 people, depending on the week, but also hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people watching the recordings all over YouTube that everybody publishes. I mean, I couldn't even put a number on how many people watch our Saturday morning breakfast calls, because all the OMA members publish them as well as us, as well as we do corporately. Hundreds, maybe thousands of views consistently every single week. Even if you had 5 people listen to you every week, or talk to you, or work with you, 10 people, that'll start growing your brand. That'll start growing your business. I want you to just start thinking about some of the things. Start watching what I'm doing on a regular basis, sending emails, doing training, working with people, having postcards, put my name out there, putting my brand out there. That's how I'm becoming successful. I guess in a way I am successful, but that's how I'm becoming more successful. And that's what you need to start doing too. And you can do it for free. Okay? You can write a book tomorrow. I mean, it'll take you longer than one day to write a book, but you can do it. You can figure it out. Or you can work with us in our book partnership, or you can work with us in our brand partnership. You can do your own training calls for free, freeconferencecall.com. You can go record audios with people. Listen, I'll tell you some of the systems that I use. It's not a secret. For recording stuff, I use BYOaudio.com. All right, to record telephone calls, to record interviews, to record conference calls, Very simple. And I think it's $20 a month. If you're going to use it regularly, it's a good investment. If you're only going to use it once, probably not. You could just record the calls on your iPhone or record the calls on your computer for free. To publish CDs, we use Kunaki.com. Super simple to use. You just upload an audio file, upload some graphics, and they print the CDs for you. I think it's $1 or $2 or something a CD to print the CD. You can go have a whole audio course. Again, think about this. You can literally pick 3 people in your company right now, 3 leaders in your network marketing company or your postcard marketing company in Postcard Networker. Go track them down and say, listen, do you mind if I interview you, ask you some questions, and publish them on a CD? I guarantee you 99% of those leaders will say sure. The reason why they'll say sure is because they want to get their name out there more. They want to get their face out there more. They'll do it. It's only half an hour of their time to potentially get syndicated all over the place on YouTube, on CDs and audios, on your website and your material, maybe on your postcard, right, when you create that stuff. But the fear holds us back because we wonder what people are going to think of us because we're not one of the 3 people giving the advice. We're just the person interviewing, right? That was always my fear when I first got started. I wanted to be positioned as the top leader. I didn't want to be positioned as kind of the up and coming. And what I learned is it's okay to be the up and coming because you're rubbing shoulders with those other leaders. And most people don't get the opportunity to speak with those top leaders anyway. And if you know them and you know who they are and you can interview them, wow, then you must be really important too. And all of a sudden you're getting the accolades from everyone else because you're now positioning yourself with all those other leaders as a leader, as a top earner, as a top person in the industry, as somebody with influence. Does that make sense? It's just a function of time. I guarantee, absolutely 100%, I know we all say we're busy, right? We're all busy. But I guarantee that if you set up, over the next 2 weeks, interviews with 2 or 3 or 4 people and record the audios of them, you can publish them on YouTube for free. You can publish them on Kunaki on a CD. You can do whatever you want with them, but once you have them, that's power, right? Because you've got now training material. You've got you can have them transcribed and put them into a book. Now all of a sudden, half of your book is written that you can put your name on. And really, it'll only take 3 to 5 hours of actual time, not including organizing the time for the interviews in the first place. Maybe 3 to 5 hours. And if you don't know anybody in Postcard Networker that you can interview, and you don't know anybody in your home-based business, like in your network marketing company, just go search online. You can find all kinds of people that'll do interviews with you. Almost all network marketers will. Now, the top trainers and people might decline or might say they don't have time or might not even answer you, but you just ask the next tier of people, the next row of people. Go ask 100 people. You get at least 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 that will no problem do an interview with you. If you tell them you're going to publish it on YouTube and you're going to build some CDs and you're going to offer them to your team, they'll do it for you, no problem. Now, here's the thing. I want to encourage you all and challenge you all to start positioning yourself as a leader instead of just being one of the everyone else group. The leaders of the top 2%, top 5% of this industry, everyone else, the 95, 98%, is just trying to figure it out. I've given you a few specific things that you can do to start positioning yourself. I'm not saying you need to start making $10,000 a month next week. I'm just saying start putting yourself into the mix with all of the top people. Do the things that we do. And you're going to find that more and more people are going to start following you. More and more people are going to start recognizing you. Think about Greg Amos, right? Dr. Greg. All of a sudden, he became a brand partner, and now he's getting recognized on our calls. He's publishing videos on the LMA program. He's writing his own book. We're going to be selling it. We're going to be pushing out his postcards and his system to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And I'm going to do that with him. So he decided, you know, obviously he hasn't done it himself in the last 5 or 10 or 15 years or however long that he's been in network marketing, and he wanted to just push himself out of the everyone else category instantly. He wanted to do that, so he became a brand partner. Again, if you don't have the funding to become a brand partner, you can do many of these things for free that I told you today. Okay? You just have to take the steps to do it. Now, if you want us to work with you and to hold your hand and to completely eliminate the fear, in one, like I'll do it in one phone call because I'm going to be working with you directly. I want to encourage you to take a serious consideration to becoming a brand partner with us. I definitely have the time to work with you. We've established many brand partners already. They're pushing out thousands and thousands of postcards. We just made another order for postcards the other day. Some of them, I mean, we're moving like 20, 30,000 postcards with their name and picture on it already. And some of them have only been brand partners for a couple of months. I mean, it's the same trajectory as when I first started Postcard Networker. A couple months in, we were moving 20, 30, 40,000 postcards. Now we're up to hundreds of thousands, you know, over the course of the time. I mean, we've probably sent millions now since we first got started of postcards. They're on that same trajectory. It starts with moving 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 20,000, 30,000, then it'll go to 50,000, then it'll go to 100,000. And it's not just moving the postcards and getting paid a royalty, which they do, but the more important thing actually that I look at is that 100,000 people get to see their name, their face, their picture, their story. Even if they don't buy, even if they don't join, they're being exposed to that story. They're being exposed to that person. So if they ever get another exposure, they're like, oh yeah, that's that Dr. Greg guy. I remember seeing his postcard. I remember reading about him and his wife. I remember hearing his voice on that audio. I remember seeing him on YouTube. And the more places that you can put yourself out there, the more places that somebody can potentially run into you or that we market to, especially if you're getting all of the Postcard Networker family or team marketing with you, that's leverage. The bigger you're going to get, the more of a leader you're going to be, the more people you're going to have that are going to start chasing you. Okay? I want to give you guys a special offer for those of you guys that have been thinking about becoming a brand partner. Okay? Now, again, if it's not in your finances, okay, I respect that, but I still encourage you to start doing some of the free things. You know, run your own team conference call. Start doing some audios. Maybe publish your own book on your own. It's going to be a little harder, I get it, but you've got to start somewhere. Okay? For those of you that can afford it and just haven't done it yet, for those of you that have the finances, I want to make you a special offer for November, this month only, okay, to take part in the brand partnership to become a brand partner. And the special offer is just simply, not only am I going to build your own postcard, okay, and we can build a book and we can build a CD course and all that together, But I'm also going to take the time to build you your own MLM-specific postcard or funnel or little system, okay? So not only are we going to build one and integrate it directly with Postcard Networker, but we're also going to build a back-end kind of system in Postcard. You can use it directly to send postcards with you and your team. You can use it after they join Postcard Networker. I mean, we'll work out all the details together. But I'm going to build you something specifically for your network marketing company. So whatever company you're in, whatever company you want to build, I'm going to get in there with you, okay? And I'm going to build you a specific postcard and system and offer for your MLM. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is two things. One, if you're kind of coming in as a brand new leader, sometimes it's difficult to pitch your products or services from your company, right? I spent a lot of time building the Postcard Networker brand for you, building the offers for you, building the postcards. I don't spend a huge amount of time specifically helping you guys convert people into the network marketing companies. And part of the reason why is because they're all different. I mean, we're not all in the same company, right? So if you become a brand partner here by the end of the month, not only do you get everything that you do with the brand partners, you can publish videos on the OMA program with me. We're going to write a book or a CD course or something that I'm going to walk you through. I mean, I'm going to hold your hand through the process. You can ask any of the brand partners. It's a very simple process. You can ask anybody in the book partnership. It's a very simple process, but it's a step-by-step that I'm going to walk you through, and I'm going to talk you through every little bit of it. But I'm also going to build that MLM-specific postcard so that you've got more and more and more people coming into your network marketing company, which is kind of like your long-term residual income. I mean, that's the point why we're here in the first place, right, is to funnel people into our network marketing companies. So I hope you take advantage of that. I just wanted to throw that out there. I mean, low pressure, no pressure, right? But if you've been thinking about it anyway, maybe this will kind of push you over the edge to say, yeah, that's a good little extra bonus because really I want people in my network marketing company. I mean, that's why I'm here in the first place, right? So not only do you get to position yourself as a leader above everybody else at the top, people are going to want to chase you, people are going to want to build with you, people are going to join your team, but we're also going to be more effective in getting them into your network marketing company and even attracting prospects directly into your network marketing company, whether they join Postcard Network or not. I've got some really good ideas for that, and it's just a matter of putting the time in for us to build that. So I'm going to let you guys go for this weekend. I wish you all the best. I know that the holidays are coming up soon. Everybody's focused on Thanksgiving and starting to decorate for Christmas. Keep focused in your business throughout the holidays. You'll find that some people completely drop off and stop working and stop doing things. If you stay focused through Christmas and through Thanksgiving and through this holiday season, you'll come out in January a much stronger business. While everybody else is slowing down, you'll continue to accelerate, continue to build your business, continue to grow, and in January, your business will just explode. Because January, February are some of the best times for mailing, some of the best times for building a business, but you have to keep it going through kind of some of the quote-unquote slower times, which tends to be around specific holidays or in like summertime, the dead of the summertime, right? So anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to working with one or two of you, maybe 3 of you, 4 of you as new brand partners before the end of the month, and we'll really get your business rolling. So have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best, and bye for now.